co-host of the co-most.
And you are the co-hostess.
I could be the co-hostess. We'll see how this episode goes. But today we have not got numbers for the episode, so this could be 138. You'll be watching us in the future from somewhere in the comfort of your living room. Maybe listen to it as a podcast. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe you are here.
Maybe you are here.
Through space and time, quantum physics and all that.
Exactly. In a way, we're all connected. We're all somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
That is correct.
Talking of somewhere, the theme for today's podcast is simply one word, and that word is places.
Yeah.
And if I did my job and put things in the right places, the word places should appear there magically. But you never know.
Yeah.
And on the Creative Juices podcast, we try and keep like an open theme. We can talk about a lot of different ways of either finding creative interviews. We do a lot of
and we also talk about what comes up in the now.
Yeah.
In the place where we are at right now.
Exactly.
In time, space.
But I'm thinking today, maybe we should have had a space background, but I really like this background. Let us know in the comments what you think about our backgrounds and stuff. I love the color green. It's my favorite color. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is pink.
Okay.
I wear a lot of pink.
A pink background would stick out, but if you were wearing pink where we're recording with a pink background, it might stick out.
Actually, if you've seen our episodes.
Oh, I think that's probably where I got the idea from. It didn't look like just a floating head then.
No.
Maybe
that would be really strange. Maybe if I have pink lips, my lips will feel like they're only...
There would just be those like... But if you painted your lips like very like black, then it would be just... No, that wouldn't work.
No.
But places. Places that inspire creativity.
Or inspire you.
Yeah. So what kind of... Do you have a certain place where you could go to maybe, let's say, refill on creative energy?
Well, that's a very good question. I don't know if I have a place where I only fill up on creative energy. For me, it's more like energy overall. I think like anywhere near water is my kind of jive.
Yeah, it's funny you'd say that one. It's quite similar to me as well. Like growing up on an island nation, kind of very close to water at all times, really. So I come from a place called the Isle of Man. It's between, look at on a map, it's part of Great Britain, Big Britain, as we call it. We don't call it Big Britain.
But it is.
We've changed after Brexit. We're calling it Big Britain. No, not really. It's between, where I come from, it's between Liverpool and Ireland, like Northern Ireland. It's a small island there. It's very small. You can see it on a map. We could put a map up here. Bling! And from this place I do come from, and a little town called Port Erin, which is very close to the water, being a port and all. So when I grew up, I mean, just stepping out of the door and like looking to the left, you could see the ocean, the Irish Sea, from there. So I'm very much a person close to the water. So it's funny you should say that as well.
Yeah, I feel like I get more energy walking by water or watching water. And actually, there was someone saying they had done a study of people actually being close to water or seeing water at least once a day. And it really improves your health, which is really cool to see also. But for me, it really, it refills or recharges my energy. Just being close to water. I love being on the beach or I used to sit in a lake where I lived when I was like from the age of 9 to 15. I sat by that lake and I wrote poems and I just thrived by the water.
That's the thing, and the human body is made up of
Water.
75 to 80% water,
Yeah.
and that we have a connection with that isn't a strange thing at all. And
Yeah.
of course, people have studied it and looked at things, but here we want to talk about the things we can't always explain through science and the things that you feel, and you have like a strong. I think we all have a strong connection to water.
Mm.
People can understand. I mean, if there's like where I live, like a sunset by the sea, and you can see like, the sun going down behind the hills and then under the water, and then the whole sea taking on like a red color.
Mm.
I mean, I find it hard not to be inspired by that.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of feeling homesick right
Yeah.
now I'm thinking about it.
Time to go home.
A
Soon.
time maybe
Yeah.
to go for a visit. That
Yeah.
would be a good idea. Or we could do Creative Juices.
That would be so cool.
podcast, yeah. On yeah,
On the Isle of Man.
on location there, because we're gonna maybe have a guest or two from the Isle of Man coming up in the future. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out for that one. But
Yeah.
but because we're in Stockholm now, which is obviously it's a city which is very close to the water, but it's also a city with a lot of people in it and a lot of things going on. Do you find that you can find a calm space or a space for creativity to grow forward in a city like Stockholm?
Yeah, actually, where I live or nearby, we have a little hill where I used to go when I was out running. I used to go up there and just meditate, usually in the summer, not as much in the winter. But that is actually like a safe space in the big city where everything happens. You can sit there and just be.
Unless it is New Year's Eve.
Unless it's New
Because people like to go up there and fire
Yeah.
off like rockets and stuff, and it can be quite dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
I know from personal experience from running down that very hill, and not to trivialize it, it's just that's the first thing that came up when thinking of that very hill.
Yeah. So that's there are smultronställen, like we say in Swedish,
which would be
places where you can just be and where you thrive, you recharge, and you.
wild strawberry places.
Yeah.
Smultron, wild
Yeah.
strawberries. I think we might find a completely different translation of it.
Might.
Well, that's what they are.
Yeah, and they're good, sweet.
And they're good though, but the thing that's what is the one cloudberries that you have up in
Yeah.
the north?
Yeah, those are really
They're
nice.
amazing. And if you find, and that's the tip for you people, if you're in the north and you find a place with lots and lots of those, just like jot it down in your memory. Do not write it down anywhere, and do not tell anybody else where they are, because then you'll have about 50 people there half an hour after you've told anybody. It's like, there's lots of cloudberries on this hill, because they'll be there picking them.
Yeah,
They're worth their weight in gold.
they are.
And they're a golden kind of
And they
colour
are
as well.
golden and they are so good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Do you have any places where you find energy or you recharge?
What you were saying about recharging, that really rings true for a place that I go to, which is on the Isle of Man, and somewhere I've not been for a while. But it's an ancient, the Druid Circle, it's called, in the local people refer to it as now, and it was a meeting place up on a hill between Port St Mary and Port Erin, near a place called Craignish, which is a very Manx name, and it is a stone circle. Not as grand or as amazing as Stonehenge or whichever, but kind of it filled the same function. And when you're there, you can see why the ancient people chose this spot, because there's something with the energy there in the ground. And I like to go there when I know no one else is going to be there. So it was like if it's a slightly cloudy or drizzly day, and believe it or not, in Great Britain it can be cloudy and drizzly on occasion.
I've heard it's quite often.
Well, I don't know. We're not working for the tourist board, getting more people to the UK at this point. But yeah, it's okay. It can be raining on occasion. But this, I like to go maybe like on a weekday if I'm down holiday or back visiting at home, and then just be there. No one else is going to be around, and I can like feel. It's a weird to say. I feel the energy from the place, and it can help guide my thoughts or make things clearer.
Mm.
And it might just be like a psychological way of being, because somewhere, obviously, I grew up near there. And when I was kind of maybe more lost in my life when I was like 16, 17, 18, it would be part of some of the walks I do there. And if I go back now, it's sort of like a reset.
Mm.
And then if I've got some sort of idea or some sort of plan or working on maybe a story idea or even like a joke or something like that that I want to either perform or to write down, sometimes it comes more clearly,
Mm.
or like an idea for a podcast or whichever, then that's a good place to recharge and find some clarity.
You know what's really cool also is that when you find a place like that where you find that you recharge, like you really get more energy from that place, you can actually reach out to that place and be recharged whenever you want to. And this is really cool. Like they've shown this also with like humans, that it can still you can still affect a place, or a place can still affect you, even if you're not there.
Yeah.
Because it's energy, and energy is everywhere all the time.
No, exactly. I was thinking as well, we get affected by different things in different places. Is there any way you've gone like on holiday or even like a work trip, but to a different country, or even it could be in this country, but just far away from where places you'd naturally call home? Have you got anywhere which has like affected you to a sense that, okay, you're getting completely different energy or creativity from this place?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of different things also. Like some places have really made me question being there, because there's like different places that actually takes energy from me. Like I can feel that I don't have, like it's a dead space. Like I don't get any energy from this place at all. So that has happened. And also some places where I have been around water, often it's warm and I feel relaxed, and then I can get so inspired, and I can like really write for hours and just create, get ideas, downloads.
Yeah, I think as well, I'm a person who doesn't usually go for the kind of sitting on a beach holiday. That's not my thing whatsoever. And even though I'm from Great Britain and spend most of my time in Europe somewhere or another, I like cities and cityscapes. And one of my favorite ones to go to is Edinburgh. I've been there, I think, 3 times now, and it's a place I'm looking. I'd like to go back again in August this year. We'll see if that will be possible. But I find that as a city that inspires a lot, and I can, like creativity wise, I feel like I can compound that in an interesting way if I find literature also relating to the area, because it's got such a rich history, and everything kind of is built around this castle. It's like very symbolic, and the different layers of different places. If you've never been to Edinburgh, I'd recommend going to Edinburgh.
It's a really beautiful city, and it's really it's layered in such a weird way. So you think you're closer than you are, or you think you're further away than you actually are. So that also inspires of the brain not being able to cope what's happening, in a way. And also the architecture is
the architecture is beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
There's an author, I think his name is Alexander McCall Smith, and he wrote a series called 10 Scotland Street. And there's a few different books, but based around a street in Edinburgh, which is a real street, but obviously he just puts fictional people and characters there, and telling, essentially rather mundane stories, but not really, because it's got an amazing charm to that. And you see how they see the city through their eyes, and what they find as important, or its own charm, or what resonates in them. And the author very much gets that through.
It's like I've heard other people describe it as youthful, and that was also what I felt. Like there's a lot of new, eager energy there. some new input, to get to see something else, to be somewhere else, to do things that you're not normally do. It sets your brain like on fire. It sets your heart on fire. Like you get new energy, new input, new inspiration. I think that is really important.
I think, but also I think we fall into habits when we are like at home and having our regular lives of maybe looking down at our phones too much, or like blinkering off everything that else is going around. So it can also be very important to think of where you live, just to take in the places where you are every day.
Yeah.
And also, let's say you're going to take a bus to work or drive to work, maybe take another route, or take a detour, spend an extra 5 or 10 minutes, especially if you've got the chance to walk to work. And I recommend this as well to everybody, and I do this in the summer whenever I can, is I get up an hour and a half earlier and just try and walk to work a different way every time if you can. And you might think, oh, I don't want to get up at like 6 in the morning, but I promise you'll feel very different when you get to work. Then you might be completely tired, but hopefully I can relate. Is it okay if I relate a story? I just remember something now. We are Creative Juices. My name is Marcus Schilling.
And Camilla Udén.
And you can find us and our juicy links at Instagram.
And on Spotify.
YouTube. And
on our website.
And what is the name of the website?
www.creativejuices.se.
And also now on Spotify. You already said that, haven't you?
I already said that.
What did I not say? What did I forget then? Let's try it again. Can we delete everything we've got? Or you could save it somewhere, but we want a new fresh one.
Okay.